So, the cultist is going to move 2 spaces toward the nearest investigator and attacks each investigator in its space with the highest strength. So, it's already in a space, so it's attacking William Yorick.
Bring it on.
The cultist swings a staff at your ankles. The ground rushes up at you as you are knocked off your feet. Suffer 2 damage, agility negates.
From hell, Caesar speared, raising revenge. Cry havoc, and let's slip the dogs of war.
And let's slip the volume button. I can't hear you.
Slip the volume buttons of war.
Still quite quiet.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You're just
You're
quiet.
very low, yeah.
How about that? That was...
Ooh, there we go.
Yes.
There you go.
You sound great.
Okay.
That 1 success. How many do I need so far?
What's your agility?
3. I rolled 3 dice total. I had
Okay.
1 success, 1 investigation, 1 blank.
You need 2. It's 2 damage that you're trying to negate. So right now you've negated 1, and you can spend a clue to negate the second.
I'll spend a clue. I found out about Lilith's horrid secrets. You won't defy me.
Vanderbilt moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. So it's going to move up
You might.
here.
Oh boy.
Sweet sister, let me live.
Then it attacks the investigator in space with the most items. That's still William. Vanderbilt grabs at one of the items in your possessions, attempting to wrest it from you. Test strength, and you need 2 successes.
No, that's mine. I suppose you can have it.
If you fail, even if you spend a clue, you're not going to get 2 successes.
I failed.
So if you fail, you lose your grip and your foe strikes you with the object. Suffer 2 damage, face up,
Ow!
become stunned, and you drop a random item.
Whoa.
Okay, so how does this work?
Okay, so it's going to be... I don't know. I wonder if you can stack these and shuffle them. I think that might be possible.
I think it is.
Yeah.
All right. Pick them up
Then-
and shake them. There, they're shuffled.
Okay, then, yeah, I
Cut.
guess... There you go.
Photographic evidence is what he goes for, I guess. Hey,
Okay.
no! I found that! That is mine!
Alright, so it gets dropped
That!
into that space with the axe.
Ow! Ow! Ow, stop that!
Huh?
I take 2 damage and what else?
And you're in the stunned condition, which is over... Yeah, that's insane.
I got it. Here you go,
Stunned.
buddy.
So what
You're
stun
stunned.
does is you can't perform more than a single action on your turn. At the end of your turn, you discard the card. Certainly any other action.
Oh!
And your 2 damage face up.
Ooh, pain coming.
Okay, that's 1. That's the other. Your 2 damages are... You have a minor injury, no additional effect, flip face down,
Ow! Ow!
and a muscle
that-
tear.
Ooh!
Jesus Cripes, man.
When you stand still, the pain is a dull throb. When you move, it is sharp agony. You're gonna roll 1 fewer die when you're resolving strength tests.
Ow! 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 That was not nice. You were gonna pay for that!
It's going to make it mighty hard to dig a grave for this man.
I'll have your grave dug by a backhoe, sir! A backhoe!
This deep one over here is moving 2 spaces toward the nearest investigator, which is me, and it's going to attack me. Leaping with
Well.
frog-like ability, the deep one manages to get around, behind, and above you before attacking with sharp talons spread. Suffer 2 damage, strength minus 1 negates.
Well, well,
One
well.
die.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yep, I suffer 2 face-up damage.
Yikes.
So let's see, that's minor injury and minor injury. Flip face down. Phew. Okay, let's put those by me. I only have 5 health, so So I have 3
You may
health
wish
left.
to run.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Then this deep one here is going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, which is Rita Young.
jeez.
And attacks the
Right
investigator.
on Eugene's face.
The deep one's gills flare at the scent of blood. All the blood from the cultists on the
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, God. No doubt.
As it charges, its horrible mouth distends to reveal row upon row of shark-like teeth. Test agility. You need 2 successes.
Okay.
You
Well,
wanna spend a
Well,
clue?
perfect.
I'm
Looks
gonna
like
go ahead and spend a clue.
All right.
So that we
It looks
don't
like
all
your
get.
little,
If-
Pawn is running away from it. Ah!
If you pass, you use the beast's momentum to throw it to the ground. The monster suffers a damage.
Sorry, I missed that last bit.
The monster suffers a damage because you knocked it to the ground.
Nice.
Rita would do that. The deep one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Hello.
Jesus. Okay.
All right, it's
All
attacking
right.
you, Father Mateo. The deep one reaches around you with powerful arms, trying to put you in a painful headlock. Suffer 3 face-down damage. Agility +1 negates.
Hey, +1.
It just wants a hug.
Hug this.
Hey, you got him.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right,
Thus
so
saith the Lord.
perfect, and you did
No
not suffer
fast
1 or more
moving,
damage.
boy. I'm married to God.
Each investigator has to resolve a horror check against the monsters that are within range with the highest horror rating, which are going to be the number on the bottom right, I believe, is the horror rating.
No idea. What do I do?
I
I've
believe
got
it's-
a priest of Dagon and a cultist.
Okay,
I
so
think the
then-
priest of Dagon is probably the
Priest, yeah.
scarier one.
Correct. So
Yes.
Preston and William, you're going to be doing a horror check against the Priest of Dagon. Vanderbilt grins, and you realize that smile is comprised of row after row of serrated teeth. Suffer 2 face-down horror, will negates.
Wills. Oh!
Nicely done.
Shakespeare, shield me!
Is that Will for me as well?
No, just for William and Preston. Okay, good. So that's
Alright,
2
I
and
got-
2.
You have nothing, sir.
Ooh,
Perfect, you're good.
my will is iambic in its pentameter, sir.
All right, then let's see. I'm doing one against this deep one. You notice the oddly slick sheen of the deep one's flesh as its bulging eyes turn toward you. It blinks twice, once with its normal eyelids and again with another translucent pair. Suffer 2 horror, will negate.
That is creepy.
All right, I've got 4, and Elder Ward is for attacking me. Oh, I'm supposed to roll an extra die when monsters attack me. Okay. That Elder Ward. Okay, anyway, horror. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to spend my clue to pass, and my ability is after I resolve a horror check, I gain a clue, so I just get that clue right back.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I learn by facing my fears. Rita, your horror check is the deep one scratches at itself idly, then tosses aside what seems to be sloughed off skin. As it lands at your feet, you realize that the skin is human, the exact same shade as yours. Suffer 2 horror, will -1 negates.
Ugh.
Really though, who writes these things?
How do you get that job? That
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Can I?
Oh
can I-
God! 3 investigate.
Living?
Well, hold on one sec here. Hold on one sec. What are my things that I have? I'm gonna spend a clue.
Okay. Perfect.
You
So-
also should have
That's
rolled
3.
1 extra. Oh, you could use your
I did.
cross for a will.
I
Yeah.
did. I did.
But then it
Yeah,
was
Oh,
will
okay.
-1.
Oh, I see.
Okay. And last but not least, Father Mateo. The deep one scratches itself idly, so same test. So for 2 horror, will -1.
Will -1. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Nice. All right. That is everything.
Whew. All right.
The Lord protects me. You have no power over me, beast. But as he's saying that, Father Mateo, I guess, is going to strike back at this deep one, and instinctively he wants to, to recite a prayer or give out some kind of a prayer, but instead of words from the holy book coming out of his mouth, strange words, he recites the same words that he just read before, without realizing that he's doing it. The spell that he picked up and read from those papers on the ground, it's like something takes over his mind and he just does it. It says you shout as the spell leaves your body, barely managing to direct its wild power.
No. That's later. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
Okay. You begin the recitation, but stumble when you reach the final verse. You scour your memory for the remaining words, and 1,000 voices fill your mind in reply. Test will. You need 2 successes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after this is resolved is when you flip the spell.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right.
I got 2 successes.
If you pass, you manage to isolate your own voice amidst the din and trust it to guide you. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage, plus your test result.
Oh, nice. That's 4 altogether. 2 plus 2.
Okay. Then flip the spell you attacked with.
Okay. And then I'll read it. You shout as the spell leaves your body, barely managing to direct its wild power at another foe. Another monster within range suffers 2 damage. Okay. Then discard this card and gain another wither
if no
spell.
other monsters are within range, another investigator within range suffers a face-down damage. Nope. Okay. All right, so then you discard and gain another wither spell. So go ahead and... you don't have to... I think the reason that they have like these black spots on top is that you can put them...
For discard?
Yeah, and you can grab another one, because each spell has a different effect.
Yeah.
On the back, so you never know what the price you have to pay is for casting your spell.
Got another wither.
Okay.
And Father Mateo, I have another action. That thing's not dead yet, right?
Nope. Needs 2 more.
Well, then
health.
I'm gonna do it again.
All right.
He continues chanting, and he's sort of aware of himself in a way, and not knowing what's happening and why he's doing it, but feeling strong and powerful because of it.
You begin the incantation as if by instinct, your lips forming the words of their own accord. Even as you give voice to the eldritch sounds, you struggle to understand their meaning. Test lore. You need 2 successes.
All right.
And you...
Does my tome come into play now? Roll an additional die when resolving a lore test?
This is a lore test.
Awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Come on. No whammies.
Bam!
Whoa!
Nice.
If you pass, the hidden truth presents itself, and you find that you're able to command them to lash out at your enemy. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage.
Nice.
Aw. Not plus my extra hits of 4.
Yep. Then
All right, that's 2 though.
Yeah, then flip the spell
And now
as the monster dies.
You see the spell ripple and spread from where it hits your target. You suffer 1 face-down damage, and the monster suffers an additional damage, which isn't necessary. Then discard the spell and gain another wither spell. So I get 1 face-down damage and then trade this out for another wither.
Correct.
All right.
All right.
And Father Mateo doesn't know what to make of what just happened. He's shaken, but oddly empowered.
What's with the muscle tear over here? This goes...
That's supposed to be over by mine. I've been looking for that for a
There
while.
you go.
Put it over. Yeah, thank you. I'll take that back here.
Thanks.
Good. Much better.
Told you, man. Shadow Priest. I just soloed that horror.
Hey, Yorick, he killed a monster. Get that clue.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
I don't have anything to help me. Hearing and feeling the magical words emanating from other rooms deeper in the mansion, Agatha is going to evade this this deep one.
Use that yoga, old one. It's well.
The creature's limbs seem unnaturally long and flexible as it moves to block your progress.
God.
Test
You're
agility.
dead.
You need 3 successes.
3 successes.
3.
Yeah. My agility is 3, so here we go. No.
Oh, no.
If you fail, the deep one's repulsive arms wrap around you, forfeit your action. Okay, and then, so that's that action, so I don't get to make that first action. So my second action is to try again.
Yeah, get out of there.
A hideous gurgling click sounds from the creature's distended mouth whenever you try to make the slightest move. The deep one's filmy eyes rotate to follow you. So for 2 face-down horror, will plus 1 negates. Okay, this I can do. I have 4 plus 1, 5. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Done.
Nice.
All right, if you suffer 1 or more horror, you're okay, great. So my evade succeeds, so I can finally move. I'm gonna move 2 spaces and get the hell out of this room. Ooh, or
Or investigate.
yeah, right. Hold on. What's available here? A bookshelf with runic circles on the wall and a large scroll.
Ooh.
That might be magic, right?
Wait, are you gonna go searching with a horror in the room?
Well, I mean, it's gonna follow you anyway.
Yeah.
And what else is a librarian gonna do in a library?
You could lead it to someone else.
Agatha feeling that she needs something, some form of advantage, is going to snatch the magical looking scroll of the solar system. Oh god. The scroll is marked with the orbits of the 8 planets. A straight line is drawn out across them from the sun, marked with today's date and the words planetary alignment. Gain a clue and then discard the search token. God damn it.
Oh boy.
I was hoping it was magic.
Well,
Whatever. It's a clue.
every little thing you do is magic.
Do you believe in magic? Okay.
Yes, Father
Yeah.
Mateo does now.
Yes, I do as well. Now you see. Great. Who's next?
I suppose Rita could take on this deep one.
Amidst
Hold it
the
down in the
pile
lobby
of
there, Rita.
bodies.
Hit
Okay.
it with your board.
So this it reached out and tried to grab her, but she deftly dodged out of the way, and she whirls her board around to strike it in the face.
All right. You swing your weapon back and forth, but your foe continues to elude you. Your muscles strain, and you begin to tire as you struggle to continue your onslaught. Test will, and you need 2 successes.
Okay. That cross is coming in handy.
Well,
You only got 1, unless you spend.
However, I'm going to spend use my lucky cigarette case.
Nice.
Convert 1 into a success. So.
All right. So then, if you pass, your foe slows before you do. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage. How much is that?
Sorry, so it's 2 from the 2x4 plus the
Nope,
2
just 2.
successes, or
It's just weapons
just 2?
damage.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's swing again.
You and your opponent wrestle for control of your weapon. Test strength, and you need 2 successes.
Okay. All right. So Rita swings, connects, it grabs onto the 2x4, and then, oh god.
If you fail, it is all you can do to maintain your grip, so you don't do any damage.
All right, so this is like the 6th hit in a row, and she's like, oh, like they've got a tug of war going on, and she says, "Get back, you filthy thing!"
Meanwhile, in the attic,
Yorick is being moitorized.
I can come
Hold
save you. Oh, you want to go first? Do it.
Oh, go ahead.
I will help you, sir.
Oh, William, did you get a clue from when Father Mateo defeated the Deep One?
I did. Someone reminded me.
Cool.
I'm loving how many clues I have.
I will jump in behind Yorick and stab at the cultist.
Okay.
Never fear, I have a knife.
Your opponent catches your wrist, your blade stopped mere inches from its flesh. You struggle to press the blade home. Test strength, you need 2 successes.
Alright. 4 on
This happens
strength.
to you a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I am decent on clues. I will spend 1.
Okie dokes. Yeah, if you pass, your enemy's defense gives way and your weapon bites deep. The monster suffers damage equal to your test result, plus 1. So 4.
Oh, that 4, yeah.
Alright. So that's your turn. You have a second movement point if you want to do an evade test. Probably not.
No, we'll stand them down together, Yorick.
Alright. And you're
All right.
last.
I guess seeing him struggle with the cultist and stabbing him with a knife and struggling, I'm going to go ahead and kick that cultist in the ribs, shouting, "Thou art a very ragged wart!" And,
Sweet burn.
Burn.
What are you attacking with?
unarmed.
Unarmed. You unleash a flurry of quick punches, hoping enough of them will hit to make a difference. Test agility, you need 2 success. This was the cultist you were attacking, right? Not William?
Yes, the one that was already wounded there.
Okay.
I will spend a clue to make it 2.
Alright, if you pass, you catch your foe a number of times in the chest and stomach, and it doubles over in pain. The monster suffers damage equal to your test result plus 1.
3.
Alright,
That will be enough to take it out and give me a clue back.
Yep.
Aha!
Ha!
Describe the kill.
Kicking him in the ribs while he's being stabbed. He just suddenly expires while we're laughing maniacally and stabbing him to death and kicking his corpse, leaving behind some question as to who exactly are the villains here and who are the heroes.
I'm kidding.
Well, you have a second action, so...
And you're next, Vanderbilt.
Stunned because so I only had 1 action,
right.
but now I lose the stunned effect.
Correct. Alright. So then that ends this investigator phase. A disembodied voice whispers of blasphemies into your ear. This Mythos event affects the investigator with the highest lore. I have 5.
Not me.
I tend not to have the highest or the lowest of anything, really. William Yorick is pretty much right in the middle as far as abilities go.
I have a lore of 4.
Okay, so it's me. You do your
Yeah,
best
that's
to
what you
disregard the voice. Test will, you need 2 successes. Stop talking. You're only annoying me. I've heard worse. You pass, the vile notions imposed on your mind only steel your resolve. And now, you will pay the price for that power. Here's Father Mateo. The lights flicker, and the air crackles with electricity. Suddenly, reality seems to split before you, and a terrifying creature slips through from an unknowable space beyond. Spawn a deep one is indicated.
I'm gonna take a moment as an aside. This is what I love about second edition, that it just keeps track of everything that you do, you know?
Yeah.
And it just feels so, it makes it so much more immersive because, you know, that happened because of the things that I've been doing, and that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
This is really sweet. I've played Mansions of Madness before, first edition. It was a lot of fun, but this is a very different experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially what I'm hoping to get out of a Call of Cthulhu game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite. Anyway, enough fawning. Vanderbilt is going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, already there, and it's going to attack the investigator with
He
the
doesn't have to
lowest...
move anywhere. He's got his friends right here.
He's attacking the one of you with the lowest strength.
I have a 4, sir.
I've got a 4 as well. However, I do have an injury that means I roll 1 fewer. Does that mean it's lower?
No, but no, because it's just going off the regular base. It's not. Yeah. I guess if we're gonna flavor it, he would go after the one with the injury, right?
All right, go after Yorick then.
Vanderbilt comes in
Yes.
low and lifts you into the air. Test agility. You need 2 successes.
Agility of 3. I roll 2 investigation. I'm going to spend a clue to... Does it upgrade 2 of them or just one of them?
All of them. All of the
I will
clues.
spend a clue, and I will upgrade that to succeed.
All right, if you pass, you knee your foe in the face and drop to the ground with a thud. Suffer a face-down damage.
Ow!
So just 1 damage, face down. As opposed to 2 damage and getting knocked away. Okay. The deep one, this is the one in my room, is going to attack me. Creature lashes out with powerful rubbery arms and plunges your face into brackish water. Suffer 2 face down damage and 1 horror. Agility plus 1 negates. Alright, remembering that I have an Elder Ward, so I roll an additional die when a monster's attacking me. So agility plus 1, 5 dice. Come on, Yoga. There we go.
Go yoga.
If you suffer 1 more damage, I didn't. Alright, then the one in Rita's room is going to attack Rita. Lashes out with powerful rubbery arms. It's trying to drown you as well. Agility plus 1.
Where are they finding
Sound
all
like a
this
Merlin.
water at?
Yeah.
Where they came from. It's just all this water is in the room. That's how I like to imagine it. Like, the fact that they've come out, they've like summoned like this foot deep of water you have to wade through. All right, so
I'm gonna spend my lucky cigarette case to change one of those to a success. So 2 successes.
Okay. Before you do, it's 2 face down damage and a horror, so you're taking 3 things. So if you spend the clue, then you would turn the 2 investigations into. So you would basically
It's
make it
not
3.
a clue.
Don't you have a clue
I
here?
need to make it 3 though.
Isn't this a clue here?
It is. I was spending my lucky cigarette case, but sorry, I require 3 to succeed.
Yes, because it's 2 damage and a horror, so that's 3 total. So you can.
Yep, I'm gonna spend that clue.
Okay. And then last but not least. Oh, wait, this one. Oh, yeah, this is the new one that just got summoned. It's going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. So it can go toward Father Mateo, or it can go into this room, into the attic. Flavor-wise.
It seems like it would probably come after me. It
Yeah.
came in response to me.
Exactly. You were paid a price. The deep one wraps its arms around you and squeezes with bone-crushing force. Test strength. You need 2 successes.
But on second thought, I really think it probably makes a lot of sense.
Well, actually,
Don't let it hug you, Father Mateo. It doesn't want to tell you its confession.
I haven't earned a single clue this whole game. It's really weird. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
We should share them. I've been gaining them like crazy.
2 successes.
2 success. Woohoo.
If you pass, you manage to
unstoppable.
you manage to strike the creature in the throat before struggling free. The monster suffers a damage. Also, I noticed this deep
Damn
one is
right.
stronger than the others. It has 8 health.
oh boy.
Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range. So, the guys in the attic against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's skin seems slick with sweat. Your nose is filled with a smell like rotting fish and blood, and you grow nauseous. Suffer a face-down horror and become dazed. Period. There's no test.
Oh,
Boom.
Dazed means you cannot spend clues to convert test results for 1 round.
It's from all that sweat. It's because it smells like a locker room in there now.
Alright. Everyone got their face-down horror?
Is that everybody?
No, sorry.
Why don't
Preston
you let me
and
pull one?
Preston and William.
I have
got one.
mine.
And your dazed condition as well?
Yep.
Perfect. Next, against Agatha. A thick, fishy aroma fills the air as the Deep One exhales
Ugh.
hideous fumes. Test will, and you need 2 successes.
It's like a Bradford pear tree. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I got one out front of my house.
Thick, fishy aroma. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, shit. I will spend the clue that I'll get back because it's a horror test. If you pass, the stench is horrid, but you keep your calm. Okay. Next, against Rita. The Deep One's gurgling seems to trigger something deep within your primitive mind. Suffer a face-down horror, period.
You hear that? He called your mind primitive.
A rush of primal
Bullshit.
fear washes over you. Test will, and you need 2 successes.
Okay.
Seriously, that cross is coming in handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny because I planned. I wanted to give it to Preston, but I accidentally gave it to you. Like my brain farted, and
So, if you fail,
It worked out well.
yeah.
If you fail, old and painful terrors bubble to the surface. Flip 2 horror face up.
Oh god.
Ah.
Okay, here we go. First one. Minor shock, no additional effect. Flip. Okay, that's good. And the other one is absolute terror. The only thing louder than your pounding heart is your desperate dragon breathing. Suffer 1 additional face down horror and then flip this card face down. Oh shit. You guys, I have 4 horror and 5 sanity.
Man, you need to take a swig of that whiskey for real.
I am definitely going to take a swig of that whiskey. Oh god. We don't have any actual whiskey.
Alright, and then the
Wait.
one in Father Mateo's room. Father Mateo, a thick, fishy aroma fills the air. Test will, you need 2 successes.
Ugh. All right. Well, fortunately, I'm strong in will.
It's beginning to look a lot like Fishman. Everywhere I go.
If you pass, the stench is horrid, but you keep your calm.
That's right.
Alright, investigator phase.
We priests, we Catholics eat a lot of fish.
It's not
We're
me,
used to it.
you know.
Agatha's gonna run. I wanna get the hell out of here already. The
GTFO!
Deep One emits a low burbling sound like bubbling water. Test will, you need 1 success. Done. If you pass, you remain unfazed. Great. Off I go. So I'm gonna run 2 spaces here, and then I'm also gonna run another 2 spaces.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
I want to stop this awful ritual.
William York is yelling, "Welcome to the party!" as he kicks the corpse, being stabbed repeatedly by Preston.
Oh boy, you lost it.
Yes.
Who's
All right,
next?
so Rita, she's in this tug of war with the Deep One, and she reaches down to her belt and pulls out the bottle of whiskey that she has, and it's covered in blood. And she pops the cork with her teeth.
So that's an
Blood
action.
all over her mouth. Yeah.
So if you're
and
doing
then,
something that's not fighting the Deep One, you have to do an evade test.
I have to evade first.
Yep.
Is evade an action or
Nope.
do I? Okay. Hold
So,
that
yes.
thought. I will definitely evade because I can't take it in horror.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So evading the Deep One.
All right, here
The
we go.
Deep One grabs you by the leg and throws you into the air. Test agility. You need 2 successes.
That was only 3 dice. So I'll roll. I got 1 success. I'll roll 1 more. Ooh, and I'm gonna use my lucky cigarette case.
Nice. If you pass, you manage to just barely land on your feet with jarring force. So you can take your whiskey action.
Okay. So yeah, she grabs the bloody whiskey bottle, pops it with her mouth, takes a swig, and as she does, the blood goes all around her mouth. and she I have to flip over my whiskey card.
Can I just say that I love how Rita has the cigarette case and the whiskey, and she's using them all the time. So she's like lighting up a smoke.
She's got
some bits for that.
Cultist.
She's just standing in one place, smashing everything that runs through the room, drinking and smoking.
Yeah, she is absolutely the most badass investigator.
Okay, I gotta shuffle these cards because they gotta be random. And then I'll take 2 off, put them back into the file. Okay. So my horror is fixed. I'm feeling a little drunk. So Rita takes the bottle, smashes it on the 2x4, and she now has also a bladed weapon. So she's gonna go back to her 2x4 and smack this thing again.
All right. Your enemy braces to intercept your swing, and you attempt to drive your weapon right through the block. Test strength. You need 2 successes.
Perfect.
No modifiers.
What?
Damn! I can't do anything about it because
if
I
you
use my cigarette case. I don't have any.
Yeah. If you fail, your foe catches your wrists too early for you to build up the necessary momentum. That's good. At least you're not gonna go insane.
I'm not on the verge of insanity anymore.
That's what smoking and drinking gets you.
Alright. That's right. Don't do it, kids.
Who's next?
Who's gone? Who has yet to go yet?
Mateo and the gentleman.
Sorry, who?
You and me,
gentleman.
Mr. J.
And Andrew.
And yes,
Oh,
and
and
Preston.
Preston.
I'll go last. I'm kind of dazed.
All right,
here.
I'll go ahead and go. I mean, I'm just gonna fight this horror with magic.
Okay. With magic. As you call upon the terrible energies needed to craft your curse, voices in your mind push you to reach for ever more power. Test lore, and you need 2 successes. Roll 2 additional dice if you've suffered 3 or more horror.
I have not, so I'm gonna roll 5 because I've got a tome, an arcane manuscript, and these ancient words which have entered into my mind. I'm beginning to question everything I learned.
Nice. Okay, you got 3 successes. If you pass, you cackle gleefully as otherworldly energy erupts from your hands.
Oh my god.
I want you to roleplay that for sure.
Yeah, so Father Mateo's been overtaken by this point. He's no longer questioning the power. He's no longer questioning all of his learning from divinity school. He's fully embraced whatever this power is, and he says, I may not understand what's happening to me now, but it gives me the power to do away with this evil. Ah! And he's breathing heavily with teeth clenched, sweat dripping down, and grimacing through his clenched teeth.
All right. Well, you've dealt 3 damage. Flip the spell you attacked with.
Only 3.
Mm-hmm.
After all of that.
Said equal to your test result.
All right. And for a moment, you see yourself in the face of your victim. Suffer a face-down horror. That seems appropriate.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right, you have a second action.
Oh, well, hell, it's happening again.
Okay. Attacking with the wither again, I assume?
Let me get the next wither.
Yeah. Energy cracks and snaps between your fingers as your hex begins to take shape. Test lore, you need 2 successes.
Here we go again.
Yes.
Father
Got it.
Mateo
If you pass,
sacrifices
Eldritch
the part of his
lightning.
soul.
Eldritch lightning springs from your hands in jagged arcs. The monster and another monster within range, which there aren't any, suffer damage equal to the spell's damage. So 2.
That's
Right.
2. Yeah.
Ah!
Then flip the spell.
All right. Let's see. The spell rides in your mind like a living thing, lashing out at random around you. Suffer a face-down damage, and then discard and pick it up again. All right. It's taking part of me with it. Every time.
All right. So. Whoops. Poor Priesty. Okay. All right. So it can be. So I know William York said he wanted to go last. So Preston.
I will actually attempt the evade. I reach down and grab that axe that's in the circle.
Okay. You need to do an evade test against Vanderbilt. If you do.
I shall.
Okay. So hold that thought, because you might not be able to pick up the axe.
We'll see.
Vanderbilt shouts a few words in a forbidden tongue as you turn away. Test lore, and you need 2 successes.
Well then, 2.
Oh.
Fey, ooh yay!
Oh!
You got it!
Yeah, the axe is mine, sir.
If you pass, you recognize the arcane words and dive out of the way of the shadowy tendril. Now, okay. So,
Ah, damn it, gay!
so you can also pick up the photographic evidence with the same action.
Oh, can I?
And
Very
since you
good.
are on the same space as William Yorick, you two can actually trade items as well. So all of that is one action.
Any clues?
Actually, I have 2 clues left, but we can't spend any this round because we're dazed.
I give some away because I have.
You know,
I've got
were
lots.
you using unarmed before, sir?
Yes, if you got a weapon.
You have this kerosene lamp,
Oh, thank you so much.
and in
Seems
fact,
appropriate for a gravedigger anyway.
yes. However, I wish to swing the axe now upon his head.
By means, sir.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the axe is a bladed weapon or heavy?
Heavy.
Heavy. You take aim for the
Sky
knees.
Screens. Sorry.
Oh,
Sky
sorry.
Screens cheered for clutch axe grabbing. Nice.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We're what? How many HP? 500 looks like about. So 500
see it better than me.
HP away to spin the wheel.
500 HP. That's coincidentally exactly how much you get for the Twitch Prime promotion that Twitch is doing right now. So
Yeah.
just $1 for 500 bits, and then you get to spin the wheel. Do it.
Ooh,
Prism
yes.
Shard
Oh,
did
we're
250.
Close.
Whoa,
We're
whoa,
close.
whoa.
We're close.
Yep.
Get us
I'm gonna
bonuses,
set
please.
somebody else up for the win here.
Don't let Prism Shard become the stream boss again.
All right, Preston, you take
Uh,
aim for the knees,
that-
hoping to stagger your enemy. Test strength, and you need 1 success.
Very
That was a
good, sir, with
sacrificial
4.
leap there because I tossed those bits in. I was gonna get the stream bosses
1
just within
success.
reach.
Oh, okay. You pass. If you pass, your aim is dead on, and the blunt of your weapon connects with a solid crunch. The monster suffers damage equal to
Yes!
the weapon's damage plus your test result.
So 3.
Ha ha! Take that, Vanderhilt!
It's time, old man, you went down.
Take that, Vanda Boob.
Oh, hey, Avenzi just became the stream boss, which means
Oh,
before
God.
we go to
Anybody
William
believe him?
York,
Oh no!
Turn.
He's gonna come after Bobby.
It's time
I
to
know.
spin
You know,
the Once Upon a Tabletop wheel. Round
you know
and
Bobby's
round
gonna
she
get whatever
goes.
negative result comes up.
I
All
know,
right,
what a-
dazed. So, Avenzi, you get to pick an investigator to become dazed, which means they cannot spend clues next round.
We know what's going to happen. This Avenzi guy's an asshole, so
I'll just pass my days over to you because I've already blew through mine.
Yeah, that's right. My days are done.
All right, Avenzi, who's it going to be? We'll continue on while you choose.
Oh, and I picked up an item, so I get rid of my horror hit. Haha.
Oh.
All right, so William Yorick.
Oh my, someone passed me a lantern.
Is that a heavy weapon?
Oh!
No, but it's very useful when armed. I think I will swing it at Vanderhilt's face. Ha ha! Unarmed attack. No, wait. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Avenzi ever making sure that
Agatha Crane
he is not
is
predictable
dazed.
Oh,
has
that's
chosen
odd.
you, Oz,
Damn.
to become dazed.
That creepy old lady has got something up her sleeve. She's got a big blood on integrity.
Oh my.
Just look at that
All
hair.
those clues I've been gaining, and I just feel so uncertain.
Yeah, that was the right
Feel
person
lazy.
to cause the most damage.
Yeah.
To be fair, and I'm not giving him this much credit. He's not this smart, Avenzi. But Father Mateo doesn't have any clues, so it wouldn't really have had any effect on me.
It's true. All right, so you're attacking unarmed.
He says,
Lily
Mr. Weathers says hi.
Ha
Mr. Weathers says,
Weathers.
"Damn you, Weathers!"
Weathers!
You lunge at your
He'll
foe.
do you just like your cultist, old man!
You lunge at your foe's legs in an attempted tackle. Test strength, and you need 2 successes.
Oh, ow, that hurts!
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you roll 1 less because of that injury, right?
I do.
And
And
you're
I'm
also
still
dazed.
dazed. However, how many successes do I
You
need?
need 2.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
So
I
this
get a bother using the lantern.
Yeah.
Oh! Ow! Oh! Oh!
If you fail, your foe nimbly dodges, and you roll as you impact the ground. And Vanderbilt's like, it chortles in your direction.
Ow! I'll make you pay for that!
Do it again to him.
Second attack. Unarmed.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I guess I'll swing at him unarmed again and see if I can hope for better results.
To grapple
What
your
happens?
foe, you attempt to lift him off its feet. Test strength, and you need 2 successes.
Alright, here goes.
Hey!
I got 3. I bite his leg, sinking my teeth deep within, and yank him down to the ground.
If you pass, your enemy struggles as you heft it into the air and hurl it with a grunt. With your teeth. A monster and another monster in its space, but there aren't any, suffer damage equal to the test result. So that's 3 damage. Alright, he's halfway down. Alright, so that's everyone. Mythos phase.
Hey, Yorick, don't forget about your medical textbook. You can heal yourself for an action.
I got kind of carried away biting them with my teeth and stuff.
Father Mateo thinks he sees a shadowy creature stalking toward him. Test
I mean,
will.
it's right there. I don't think anything.
This is another one. Test 2 success. Test will. You need 2 successes.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will.
Ooh,
well,
wow.
That's
Whoa.
there's nothing I can do about that, folks.
If he
Yeah.
fails, he panics and runs, screaming from the predator.
No!
He suffers 2 face-up horror and moves 2 spaces away from the dining room. The dining room is down here,
So you go further into that room, I
Yeah,
guess?
probably. Yeah, deeper. No, I would say deeper into the bedroom. 'Cause this is closer to the dining room.
Yeah.
All right, so you're 2 face-up horror.
Well. Okay, I've got 1 face-up horror right here. Do we resolve them immediately?
Yeah, 1 by 1. Claustrophobia.
All right. It is too close in here. Too tight. You cannot breathe. You must get to open air. You must. Whenever you end your turn within range of 2 or fewer spaces. Within range of 2 or fewer spaces. Okay, suffer a face-down horror.
So like, if you ever end your turn in this bedroom, you're gonna suffer. You're
Oh god.
gonna suffer horror. You have
Oh.
to stay out in the hall. The hall will
Oh,
keep.
great.
The hall is not claustrophobic. The lobby is not claustrophobic. Everything else is.
Awesome.
Actually, no,
next.
this attic isn't claustrophobic. It's 3 spaces.
Here we go. Dementia. You turn away, already feeling the fog of memory clouding your mind. It is mercy, truly. It is a mercy, truly. Resolve immediately. Discard 1 clue, then flip this card face down. Well, I don't have a clue, and I'm flipping it face down.
Okay. Vanderbilt moves 2 spaces toward the nearest investigator. He's already there. And it's going to attack the investigator in space with the lowest agility. So between Preston and William Yorick.
Mine is a 3.
Mine is a 4. Sorry, Yorick.
Okay. Vanderbilt hooks one arm around you, then pounds with fist and knee over and over. Suffer 3 damage. Strength negates.
Oh! Ow!
I love how this cultist is so rough and tumble.
Not there!
Where's your magic? That ain't magic.
Vanderbilt is one scrappy fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I take... can I do anything about that? I'm dazed.
Well, you already took your turn, so that dazed action would have already, or the dazed thing would have gone away
Oh.
already.
I will spend a clue then, so I only take 2 face down damage.
Okay. Actually, and it's not 2 face down, it's 2, since it doesn't specify, it's face up.
Okay, I will take 2 face up damage then.
Oh boy. Ooh, you're getting close to getting injured.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Blow to the head.
Okay, so blow to the head. Become dazed, then flip this card face down.
Oh boy. Here you go.
Yorick, you gonna die, boy.
Yeah, this is not looking good.
You may need to withdraw, sir, and read that textbook you have.
Study
It's
some
ru-
first aid.
Thing to be tempted, Escalus. Another thing to fall.
Alright, you taking your second wound?
Did someone draw that for me?
Nope. Here, I'll get it. Here you go.
Draw too many.
What'd you get? Minor injury?
Minor injury.
Perfect.
Oh.
Alright, so you are at 6 of 7 damage, so you're going to be injured too. Oh, you lost your minor injury.
Where it went.
Back on the table.
Okay. Okay, so you're close to being injured. The deep one is going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. We're talking about the one that's up here in the library. So it's going to move 2 spaces this way.
Of course. They're all
Then-
just descending upon me.
Attacks the investigator in its space. There isn't one, so that ends that turn. The one that's with Rita Young is going to attack. The creature circles you, Rita, gargling a sinister murder until you flinch. Then it lashes out with its claws. Suffer a damage and a horror will negates.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I hope you don't mind my Murloc sound effects.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound like a Murloc.
All right, negated.
Whew.
Then the
I
deep
think of
one.
what I think deep ones. Murlocs, right?
Yeah. The deep one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Here you go. It's on the bed. Then it attacks the investigator, so Father Mateo, lashing out with its webbed feet. The deep one tries to sweep your legs from beneath you. Test agility. You need 2 successes.
Well, that's not.
Sweep the leg!
That's probably not going to happen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Vanderbilt and the Rage in the Cage. This Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday, only at the Innsmouth Thunderdome. Oh,
All right, I failed.
All right, if you fail, you are knocked down and the creature's fishy stench overwhelms you. Suffer 1 face-up damage, 1 face-up horror, and become dazed.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Face up damage?
Face-up damage, face-up horror.
Ah. Okay, here we go. Face up damage is only a flesh wound. It's a minor injury. No additional effect.
Nice.
Flip it. That's good. Face up horror says absolute terror. The only thing louder than your pounding heart is your desperate, ragged breathing. Suffer an additional face down horror. Okay. And then flip this card face down. Things are looking a little grim for Father Mateo here alone in the bedroom.
And now we resolve horror checks against the monsters in our rooms. So, let's start with Father Mateo, since we were just with him.
Yeah, why not?
The deep one's gills flare and its musculature seems to ripple beneath its wet, scaly flesh. It begins to slam and claw at the ground in a fury. Suffer 2 horror, will negates.
All right, here we go. 5. Will's good for me.
Good.
We got it. I'm okay.
Rita. A thick,
Really use
fishy
a pep
aroma
talk.
fills the air. Test Will. You need 2 successes.
Alrighty. Here
I
goes.
wish you hadn't drank the whiskey.
Oh
You
boy.
need 1 more success.
Well, you know what? I will use my cigarette case.
Didn't you already use it, or did you not?
I used it. Can I use it each phase or?
I think the round ends with the Mythos phase. Like the
Then no,
Mythos
I
phase
cannot.
ends. All right. So if you fail, the scent makes you nauseous. Flip 2 horror face up and become dazed.
Ugh.
So you only have 1
Take it.
horror, so just flip that one and that's it.
Taking you a little while to finish that smoke.
No additional effect. Phew.
All right.
They're hundreds.
Flip her back.
It's a smoker
All
joke.
right, but you become dazed. So give yourself that dazed condition.
Okay.
I think we're all dazed. Jeez.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, that one's still okay. So Vanderbilt, that's going to be everyone in the attic. So William, Preston, and myself. Vanderbilt brings clammy hands together in a wet, slapping sound. With each clap, a distant rumble like waves crashing against the shore sounds in the back of your mind. Test Will. You need 2 successes.
Everybody in the room?
Everybody in the attic.
3. I think that's worth a clue
Are you dazed?
to pass.
You're not dazed. Good.
I am not dazed.
You're
I
the only
took my
one that's
turn.
not dazed.
Exactly.
I'm dazed and therefore failed, so.
I think I might have rolled too many. I rolled too many. Hold on. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm dazed, so I can't do anything about it. So if you fail, that's William Yorick and myself, you are suddenly gripped with a primal fear of drowning, so for 2 face-up horror. Okay, let's see.
For real, York, you are about to die.
Yeah.
That's not looking good. Not looking good for York. About to get wounded at least.
All right, what did you get, William?
I'm, not having a good time at all. Got my 2 horrors. But I got
But they're face-up. What'd you get?
face up.
Yep.
It just says suffer 2 horror.
When it doesn't say face down, it's face up.
Oh.
All right, Calculia. I cannot seem to put the letters and numbers in their proper order. I know I had this skill once, but it has deserted me. I roll 1 fewer die while resolving a lore test. 14, 73, 89. 4 is greater than 17. 17 is less than 32. Pie. Minor shock. No additional effect.
Flip face down. All right, so
Yeah,
you're
just a minor
you're
shock.
also 1 away from insanity.
It may be time, good Sir York, to run.
Mine are minor shock, flip face down, and hysteria. Resolve immediately. Screaming hysterically, you claw at your own flesh with your nails. Flip a damage face up. Because I
You
literally
sound like
just
a sound
clawed my
flame.
own face. Okay, we'll flip this one.
What do you call
I
that?
know how it
Yoda?
works out for you.
All right, no additional effect. Flip it.
Blood
Actually, okay,
lotus.
wait. Have we flipped these
Yeah.
before?
Blood Lotus.
So if I have to flip one and I
Dog.
have some, I'm gonna shuffle. Oh, wait. I'm
Right.
gonna stack them, shuffle, and then I get one random. Okay. So we're gonna flip this one. Minor injury, no additional effect.
Nice.
All right, so that's everything.
Can we disrupt this ritual already?
Right?
And
I'm
let me
working
put an
on it.
axe into Vanderbilt's head, and we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I will move.
Yeah, why don't you guys try doing that?
I'm gonna move,
Before we do anything else.
and then I'm gonna try to evade the priest of Dagon so that I can get to the the ritual site so that I can work what... This is everything that my long life has been leading up to. Vanderbilt leaps into the air, attempting to tackle you. Test agility. You need 2 successes.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, I know, right? I have 3. And I can't spend clues. Although I do have a focused. No, but I can't. It doesn't even matter. Great.
I have an idea. Can one of you push him into the next square? And then the other one check the...
Yes. There's actually a way to do that. I have to look it up in the rules.
That would...
If you fail, your foe
No.
collides with you, pushing you to the floor, suffer 1 face-up damage, and forfeit your action.
The push action. Push a monster or carry another investigator. See push action on page 14.
Minor injury, flip face down. I believe it's supposed to be part of a move action, and then you have to do a strength test against its toughness. Like, it rolls, or you have to beat its number. It's one of those. That's one of those rules that doesn't come up a lot, so...
Yeah, it even lists it in the quick reference as rarely used actions.
Might be worth trying if one person has 2 push attempts, then another person could try to...
Oh, because then Rita could get to him.
I don't think I could I?
Yeah, you could.
2, 3, no, I can't. Not
Oh, but you've got a...
Well, if you push him...
Your
if
own
you push
deep
him,
one you're dealing with.
If you push him outward...
Down the stairs, yeah.
Down the stairs, then yeah, she can get to him.
Push him down the stairs.
Oh, I can get to him. Yeah, no, I meant the... yeah, but the ritual thing.
Let me put an axe
so you
in
don't have
your
to
head
evade him.
twice.
Yeah,
Right.
put an axe in his brain. Brain him.
All right. Your enemy braces to intercept your swing, and you attempt to drive your weapon right through the block. Test strength. You need 2 successes.
Yeah. That didn't come out correctly. Hold on. Yeah. No.
That's 2 for 2.
Okay.
That's 4 total, so...
All right. If you pass, your weapon crushes through your foe's raised arms. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result.
Nice.
How much is that? Looks like 5.
That would be 2 for the axe, and yeah.
2
yes,
for the axe,
5.
3 for the test result. And if you spend a clue to turn that one thing into a success, that would kill Vanderbilt.
I will. So that's a worthwhile clue. So down with you.
For Lilith, sir! For Lilith!
All right, describe the kill.
I take the axe straight down into his brain pan and let him suffer heartily as I wiggle it around a few times. And then flick his figure.
Flick him
Be
off
gone,
the
ye! Flick him off the edge of my axe. And I still have
Send
an
him
action
back
left.
to the
Do I
void.
not?
We're gonna have to rename him to Vander Kilt.
Oh,
Huh?
well played. Let's I'm gonna interact with the interact and see what we need to do here.
Okay.
Cliff came up with that pun like 45 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
He's been waiting.
Been saving that up.
A ritual circle is carved into the ground and scattered with components. You attempt to retrieve the ritual components, but a malign energy protects them. So we're disrupting the ritual.
We're
Using
attempting
your
to.
gut and scraps of knowledge you have gathered, you attempt to remove the items without triggering the defensive magic. Test lore, and you can discard any number of evidence to convert an equal number of clues to successes.
Do you have
Oh.
any?
I have evidence, but I have no clues left after the kill. And I have 2 lore.
Photographs.
Oh no, it means the clues
Yeah,
that
like-
pop up on the dice.
Yeah, like a photographic.
okay.
Yeah, like this photographic evidence, you can spend it to convert 1 clue result into a success.
All right.
So Yorick is spitting out blood and pointing at the photographs in your hands that you picked up. That was taken from Yorick by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I think I have
Look
something
at this
too.
photograph.
I have this grotesque stone. That's evidence as well.
Oh, very good.
But, it has to be from you currently.
And I have 2 lore, so make that roll.
Got 5 bits for the bad pun.
There
0.
0.
you go.
Well,
You remove
That
several
didn't help.
items successfully, but you trip up, causing the magic to lash out at you and burn your skin. Suffer a face-down damage.
Oh.
Yeesh.
it's
So now
like
we
your
know.
first damage. Nobody feels
It
sorry
is.
for you.
All right, so now we know that this is a lore test. So I'm.
And I'm
to
still
handle it.
going, so hold on. Since I can still go,
No, you
since we're
attacked
still
and you interacted.
but can I still trade with anyone in my space?
No, that's an action.
No, but William, who is the only one left in that space, can trigger a trade action, and then we can all trade amongst ourselves. The 3 people in this space.
All right then.
Neat.
Heck that. I'm breaking out the medical textbook and stitching myself back together. I'll discard a face 1 damage, and then I'm going to guzzle the holy water because I'm really fucking thirsty. That means I discard 1 horror and become focused.
It's a good thing Father Mateo didn't see you do that. That's not how you use it.
So refreshing.
Father Mateo barely knows what holy water is anymore.
I'm going to get rid of my
What
acalculia.
does it say? Discard 1 horror. Okay, cool. So it can be any of them.
Right. And I'm focused.
The medical textbook is
that's
the one that has to be
my-
face down. Or rather, the damage that you get rid of has to be a face down one. It can't be the muscle tear.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm feeling much better now. I picture my character as a little bit like Ash from Evil Dead because I'm just getting my ass kicked all over the place. Horrible injuries being inflicted upon me. People poking at and pulling at the injuries that are the muscle, where my muscle tear is, and making me scream even more.
All right, so I think we have Rita and Father Mateo left.
I'll go ahead and attempt to do away with this deep one on the bed.
Okay, with spell.
Of course, Eldritch.
What else?
As you
power,
chant
yeah.
the words of the incantation, you trace mystic sigils on the ground at your feet, attempting to meld the power of both thaumaturgy and evocation simultaneously. Test lore, you need 2 successes.
All right, here we go, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and my tome is 5. What?
Oh.
And your days, so it doesn't even matter what you've...
Well, I don't have any clues. I've never had
All
any
right.
clues.
If you fail, you're unable to balance your focus between both techniques. Flip the spell you attacked with.
Well, that's no good. Let's see. Okay, flip it. It says, for once, the spell seems to go exactly as written. No. No additional effect. The discard is and gain another. Okay.
Okay. I assume you're attacking again?
Yeah, well,
You're gonna suffer horror if you're still stuck.
yeah, I've got to consider something.
No, it's not
How
great.
much horror do I have?
You
I
currently
can
have
handle it.
5 of 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack because I mean I could run out to avoid that, but it would just be running out into an undamaged horror over there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab another wither spell. Oh wait, do I have to shuffle these? I guess.
Yes, please.
How do I pick up all of these at once?
Here, and let's see if we can
It
drag
says
it.
there's only 2.
Where are the other wither spells?
Good question.
Oh, you're putting them all back in there for me. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. It still says there's only 3, but I put them all in that list, in that stack over there.
Well, I don't know. Maybe one of them, like, fell off the table.
I mean, I guess it's possible, but I didn't. You know, whatever. Here we go. I got one
Shuffle
here.
those.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I got it.
You struggle to contort your hands into an appropriate arcane gesture. Test agility, and you need 2 successes.
Agility? What the f?
Your hands are shaking, man.
This is not the magic that I signed up with. But I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
Right.
If you pass, your hands suddenly freeze in place, and a jolt of black lightning leaps toward your enemy. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage. 1,
Equal to
2.
the spell's damage. That's 2.
Describe the kill.
Yes. Power overwhelming. All right. You see the spell ripple and I flip it over, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You see the spell ripple and spread from where it hits your target. You suffer 1 face down damage, of course, and the monster suffers an additional damage every time that happens. It doesn't matter. Discard the spell and get another. All right, so I'll get my face down damage and killed yet another thing. So make sure you get yourself a clue there, Yorick.
Does
Thanks
anybody
for the
know
reminder.
how to cheer on PS4?
I have no idea.
No.
I do not.
Why is it
Hmm.
making me grab?
That's a good question. Sorry, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna attack this thing.
Apparently, part of the answer is buy a PC or an Xbox. Oh,
No, there must be a way to do that.
I didn't mean that. The door was so wide open for that. I couldn't pass it up.
I'll look it up while it's... Actually, I probably shouldn't since I'm controlling the stream.
I will look it up.
Okay. Who is next?
Rita.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I assume you're
Attack
attacking.
this thing. Oh yeah. I really
You've been
just wanna
struggling
kill it.
with this one for a
Oh,
while.
this one isn't dying.
Okay. Heavy
Heavy
weapon.
weapon. Mm-hmm.
You take aim for the knees, hoping to stagger your enemy. Test strength, and you need 1 success.
Oh, come on. All right. I'm good for it.
Yeah, because you lucky cigarette case, right?
No, I got 1 success.
Oh, right. If you pass, your aim is dead on, and the blunt of your weapon connects with a solid crunch. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage, plus your test result.
So that's 3 damage.
Boom. Describe the kill.
Oh, finally! Okay, so after struggling and totally exhausted and her hands slick with blood all over this 2x4, she finally manages to, like, she kind of anchors it on the ground and then pushes it up into this thing's, like, fleshy gills and then, like, shoves it in and twists it and it kind of flops and writhes to the ground. And she is going to say, she turns to Eugene and says, "Get out of here!" And then she's gonna run.
Eugene leaves the
over
map.
to- she's gonna run up here.
Okay. And I believe that's everyone's turn, so we only have 1 monster left.
Mythos
Right. You are
phase.
suddenly aware of the awful and unstoppable passage of time, obsessively dwelling on your ultimate mortal fate. Each investigator suffers 2 face-down horror will negates.
Well, that's good.
That would be very bad.
Let's see. Except for what?
So, yep.
So with 1 success, then I only suffer 1.
Correct.
Wait.
Good deal. No.
Let's spend a clue and take none. I know
Wait,
your dark secrets.
You're not still dazed, right?
Hit my action.
You're not still dazed, right?
I'm not.
Okay. I'm good. Okay. A deafening roar overtakes the attic as the ritual completes, and a portal to another world is opened. The air in the attic is sucked through the portal into some unknown abyss, and the boxes and objects stacked against the attic walls tumble to the ground and fly through the open gate. Discard the interact token, any items in the attic.
Oh god.
Oh my god, we took too long. No.
We failed.
Told you guys to disrupt
Wait. The air is electric with an unearthly energy, and the entire scene is bathed in a sickly green glow. On the other side of the massive rift, bizarre cyclopean architecture of carven rock is built at angles that defy understanding. An inhuman script adorns the structures, winding over their surfaces. Place an interact token as indicated.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Interact token.
All right, it looks like Soy Mage figured out by using his phone, but I did look it up. If you can cheer on the PS4, the one way to do it would be to use the chat command, which is to type cheer and with no space, the amount of bits afterwards you want to do it. So like cheer 100 with no space would...
Is it slash cheer or just you write cheer in the number?
It just says cheer. Let me see. I'm watching the GIF. Yeah, there's no slash. It's just cheer and then 100 with no space.
All right.
Or however much you want to do, like 1,000 or 500,000.
we currently need I don't know how much. Looks like maybe 1,700 or so to spin the wheel again.
So test it out. Cheer 1,700 and
Yes. Because things just went from bad to worse, so spin the Once Upon a Tabletop wheel. The investigation
is even more worse.
Yes, or better. The investigation is complete if the portal has been closed before it tears the mansion to pieces. Investigators win the game when the investigation is complete. The deep one is going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, which is Rita. And then it attacks the investigator. The deep one seems to gag repeatedly and clutches its throat. Its eyes bulge even larger for an instant as it disgorges a thick, frothing liquid at your feet. Test agility. You need 2 successes.
Oh, it was just choking.
Agility, 2 successes. Okie doke. Okie doke. Have I used my cigarette case yet? No, I have not.
Yeah, didn't you?
I didn't turn it.
I tried to say that she did, but she didn't.
You got him.
3!
If you pass, you manage to avoid the foul-smelling stuff. Each investigator has to solve a horror check, so that's just Rita.
Now yell, gross, and then punch it.
The deep one scratches at itself idly, then tosses aside what seems to be sloughed off skin. You remember that?
Gross.
Suffer 2 horror, will -1.
For some reason, that's the one that action right there, that's the one that bugs me the most. I
I
don't
know,
know.
it's so nasty.
Ugh. Alright, you suffer 1 face-up horror.
Just 1? Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have gone
Yeah,
insane.
because you negated 1 with that success.
Okay, let's hope this isn't anything bad.
Sudden shock.
Gasping in surprise and fear, you clutch at your face, forgetting for a moment what you had been holding only seconds before. Drop 2 random items, then flip this card face down.
Oh no, and that counts your circumstantial evidence and your 2x4. So shuffle them all and drop 2 in your space.
Shuffle.
Oh no.
Alright, get into a
Right
stack
click
of
on them.
cards. Right click them.
Well, make them a stack first.
I'm sure there's a faster way of doing it. Let me see.
Because some are common items and some are unique items or whatever.
It's not letting me? Or is that what's happening?
That might be.
Okay.
Okay, let's lay them out in a line and roll some dice.
Sounds good.
Okay, D6 and then ignore a result of 6. Going from left to right. 1 through 5. Sound good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
How do we roll the normal?
I have a die in
six-sider
front of
this
me,
game?
so I'm gonna roll a real one.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome!
Number 2. So you
My
lost.
Lucky
cigarettes.
cigarette case.
And
No.
number 4, the 2x4.
No! The two most useful items of all of them. She is so screwed.
Oh,
Are they in
God.
the room dropped or
They're
gone
in the
forever?
room. They're in the room. So she would have to spend an action. She has to
Oops.
evade the deep one to get an action to pick those up.
I don't know where I put the cigarette case. Okay, that's it for me.
Where is the cigarette case? Did you delete
I'll
it by
find
accident?
it. I might have.
Let's rewind a little bit then.
Ah!
That
help.
didn't help, did it?
It's okay. I'll find a new one.
I don't know if you can after you delete it.
I'll figure it
You
out.
can just
Don't need to
remember
take
what
any more
it
time
is,
worrying
I
about it.
suppose.
All right. All right. That's everybody. So, bink. Investigator phase. All right. I'm gonna try.
Why don't you let one of us initiate a trade action first, so you get the
Oh yeah,
extra evidence from us?
Why don't you, since you have the lowest lore?
Yeah, I will do that. Yes, I will initiate the trade action then.
Right.
And in fact, here, when your yoga doesn't work, have a knife.
Thank you. All right. William, do you have any evidence? Do you have any evidence?
I took it from me. The photographs.
He has the old
Oh,
journal.
this book journal. It was hers.
I don't think that's any useful. It seems like you might need that more than me.
It says evidence on the card. Take it.
Oh wait, what?
Yep, that one.
Oh, the old journal. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah,
There.
Okay.
I'll keep the medical textbook.
Oh, I found the lucky cigarette case. It was by me for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So, great. What's your second action, Preston?
Oh. I best move out to help stem the tide of monsters coming for us.
All right. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna interact with the thing. A rift in the very fabric of reality peer into an alien landscape. Cyclopean architecture marked with eldritch script looms on the other side. Go into the portal.
Well, that's a bad idea.
Don't do it.
That's a great idea. Come on.
Don't do it, but also do it.
Yeah.
This is everything. This,
Father Mateo would do it.
I've come this close. We only learn by facing.
You step through the rift into the other reality and attempt to decipher the script on the buildings. Tap to attempt the puzzle using lore.
Hey, you're good at
Perfect.
lore.
I have
Yeah.
5 lore.
Oh,
Okay.
this is a hard puzzle.
Okay, so it's kind of that same mastermind one for the lock, except it's 5 and there's 5 possibilities. So here we go.
Oh boy.
Okay. And then I have one more guess. So that's 1 green, 2 yellows, a red, and a green, and a gray.
White? Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all in the wrong position. I'm not longer dazed, so I will spend a clue to go again.
Boy.
Let's see. None are in the same space, so let's just go backwards-ish. Okay. Three
First
are
three are
correct.
good.
3 are correct, 2 are in the wrong spot. Spend another clue. Gray.
No.
No, I can't
Well,
do that.
maybe.
No. Whoops.
No, it could.
The yellows. One of the yellows is wrong.
Yeah, one of them's right, one of them's wrong.
So
Yeah.
the yellow has to be up front. Then
Mhm.
let's work under the assumption that it's red.
Oh, they could both be right. The 2 yellows could both be right, actually.
I don't think so.
Technically, I guess they could be.
It's possible.
Well, because in the. No, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm gonna work under that assumption. That looks possible. Okay. Last clue to go again.
Okay, hang on. So the last one's definitely yellow.
Oh, I didn't realize I put the red and the... Oh, wait, right. The red and the green.
Should you flip the red and green?
Okay. Yellow? No, wait, because,
I think the
we can start with
yellow.
red.
Yellow, green, red, gray, yellow is the thing, but I'm not saying I'm a reliable source for this.
yellow, green.
Does
I'm
that
not the
look-
one who's going to beat
Hang on, hang on,
if
hang
you
on.
play the wrong note here.
This looks right.
I'm
Hold
too many
on, hold
beers in.
You're then saying
No.
the two yellows. Okay,
Yellows, but then one of these is
that
wrong.
could work.
No, because one of these has to be correct. One of these three.
Right, yeah, from there, yeah.
So then it needs to be actually gray, green, red.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh,
All right, those were my
damn it!
actions.
Oh, damn it!
I spent all my clues, so.
So are you stuck there forever now?
No, I'm not stuck there. The puzzle is still open. It can still be progressed. But I'm still in the portal. Yes.
Agatha is a horror now.
Agatha, you horror!
All right. Who's next?
Well, someone else go in there.
Yorick, do it.
You have a
Uh,
ton of clues.
Figure this out.
Okay, let's do this. I'll move and then investigate.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha! What's here?
All right. What's your lore? Yorick.
What's your lore?
My lore is a 3.
All right. So you have 3 guesses for free, and then you can spend clues after that.
Okay, so what
Should
do I
be
do?
good.
Okay, so
You
the
decide, since you're the one
first
doing it.
one.
Oh, which ones do I don't understand what I'm looking at here.
So the elder signs mean that it's the correct symbol in the correct spot. The clues are correct symbol, wrong spot. So
We
these
know
are
it-
5. Yeah, we know that these are these 5, but we just don't know which are in the wrong positions and which are correct.
Does it
Okay,
say like gray, green, and then question, question, question? It says
No. Yeah, it's not telling you which colors are in the right spot. It's only telling you that there
I
are
like-
2 in the right spot.
Correct.
No, I like where you started. Try that gray, green, yellow.
I think the yellow at the end is correct, but
Yeah, let's go yellow next.
gray,
Yellow,
green,
red,
yellow, red, yellow. Okay, yeah.
Okay, but
that
don't
sounds good.
forget though that the third line down, 3 of yours have to match 3 of
Yeah.
those.
also, so the setup you have right now can't work because
Okay.
it
That's
would.
right.
Get off then.
Yeah. I think the
So-
last one is probably yellow.
It's
Yeah, I get that. I'm just thinking out loud. I think
So-
the first one is probably not yellow.
Yorick.
What gray, green, red? Wait, that doesn't work.
That wouldn't work because you've already
No.
spent your things. So it's
Gray,
probably like
yellow,
If you're gonna go with that, it would probably be gray,
It's-
yellow.
Yellow.
It can't be
Green.
yellow. If you
Gotta
look
be
at the
yellow
last-
first.
Look at the last
Gotta
row
be-
too. All of them
Oh,
are in the
you're
right
right.
positions.
Hold on.
You're right.
Yellow
You're right.
first and yellow last.
Okay.
Wait, scroll back down. How many were right? Oh no, we know the exact number, but there were none of
Wait.
them.
Yeah. This
Let's
is
go
what,
yellow,
this is our best information.
red, green. Oh, we already did that one. Let's go yellow, green, red,
We've done that. Too.
gray. No, we haven't, have we?
Oh, not
That
yellow.
could work. That could work.
Yellow,
green,
Green,
red.
gray, red, yellow.
So just make sure that it matches. So the top 2,
Wait,
there should be
hold
2
on.
that
It
match
doesn't
the top
match
2.
the
No,
first
that's
one.
not right.
It doesn't
That's
match the
3.
first one.
Okay,
first
let's
one
do
is
it.
3.
Let's do it.
This isn't it. This is wrong.
William Yorick
Let's
wants
find
to do
out. Don't
Ooh,
care. Let's
okay.
hit the
Well,
button.
There's only
Okay.
one correct.
That's
Yes.
real.
Okay, that's actually really
So-
helpful. We know there's only one that's right in that one.
I have one guess left based on my lore then.
it. No, you have.
We know-
you have
You
2
have
more.
2.
Okay, so what have we got then? We
So
know
let's
that
take
at least one was right out of all those.
So definitely
No.
the last one's yellow.
Yes, last is yellow.
Let's start with
So we
red,
know-
maybe.
Good idea. Red. A gray.
Green, yellow, yellow.
No.
That could work.
Blue, green, yellow.
Okay, hang on.
It looks like that could actually work. Yeah.
Green.
Here, just so you.
Huh?
Try both. Let's try green,
And then
yellow,
it's
yellow
down
first.
I think
here?
that's the
Yeah.
closest guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ha!
All right.
Boom!
Woo!
I'll drink to that.
Amazing.
You decipher the arcane script and reveals the secret of the cult's magics to you. You believe that with this knowledge, you could reverse the ritual using the cult's own circle. Discard the interact token and place an interact token as indicated. All right, so we're back to the,
Original interaction.
yeah.
Oh,
We
I
stopped
can't
it
get
from.
there.
We stopped it.
You've got to do it again now. Get it right.
I don't think any of us can get there.
Nope.
That's it for my turn.
Well, Father Mateo for sure is getting out of this room because he
Yeah.
is claustrophobic as hell right
Um,
now.
I do have a movement point. I'm going to move back towards that then.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. And then Father Mateo is going to...
Thank you, Psychotron, for the bits, for teamwork.
Yes, thank you. See, would he's feeling exhausted from his constant, so he's gonna go this way.
Okay.
He moved into the attic.
Okay. And
Father Mateo, thank God you're here. This ritual. We need your help.
I'm not
What?
sure we should be thanking God anymore.
So, why are your eyes yellow like that?
Perhaps you should be thanking me.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Cthulhu?
What are you saying? You need to keep your faith. Some things we need to hold on to in order to face our fears. The horrors that we cannot understand, that we can't reason.
Rita, I think you're the last player to go.
Yes.
All right. Well,
You've got friends.
I do. I'm trying to decide.
And
Is it
4
worth
horrors.
running to you guys, or should I stick it over here?
Come on, pick up your 2x4 and smack it. Never mind, don't listen to me. It's bad advice. Bad advice. Run for your life.
Your sanity is not doing well, and I'm fine. Run past
What's
me,
the worst that'll
damn.
happen? You'll go insane.
Just go a little insane. That's all. Well, we're pretty close to the end of the game anyway, so if I do go insane, that's okay. I'm just trying to think. Okay, so each of you is within steps of the interact thing, so I think that's probably handled.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll hold this guy off with my broken whiskey bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. That's a bladed weapon.
Do
It
it.
is a bladed weapon.
I
You try to
love Rita.
sweep your enemy's arms aside while stabbing with your other hand. To strength, and you need 2 successes.
Okay.
You got this, Rita.
Rita.
Rita. Nice.
Oh yeah.
You
If
do got
pass,
it.
The maneuver leaves your foe wide open to your cruel blade. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result.
Awesome.
Nice.
So that's a total of 4. So Rita swats at its arms and then
Bottle.
brandishes the broken whiskey bottle and gouges it straight into its fleshy chest. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Rita gonna
Go
make
girl,
it
stab him again!
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
With a flourish, you lure your foe off balance, test agility, and you need 2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Come on,
okay.
Looks like you've got the drinking problem.
Nice.
No.
If you pass, you drive your weapon at your foe's throat. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result. Describe the kill.
So she gouges it into the chest, and it roars back, and she just like in the throat, and it's spurting greenish blood, greenish fishy smelling blood, and it's covering her like the blood of the cultist and the other blood from the other deep one, and she turns around and looks at who's down the hall here.
Preston.
Preston, and says, "I got them all."
Well done, milady.
Tell that butler that we need to get a curry going on in the kitchen because Rita's just cooked up some fish sauce.
Her response is appropriate. She's one horror away from insanity.
Yeah, I know. That's insane.
All right, so that's everybody, correct?
I think so, yes.
This is the point
I
where
might
we
go
lose.
nuts for this one.
Every
Michael,
flame
gonna
suddenly leaps and spits as if possessed of a demonic life of its own. This mythos event affects each investigator with a light source. So check
Which
your
is none
item
of us.
cards. Check your item cards. I think it is kerosene or whatever a light source, possibly.
I think so.
I'm holding my kerosene lantern and cackling madly. Well, what happens?
So that is a light source.
It
You're
is.
the only
Lights
one, right? Okay.
Someone's gonna catch
Your
fire.
light source flares brightly, spitting sparks and embers at you. Suffer 3 face-down damage. Agility plus 1 negates.
3.
Wow.
Ah! Ah! Oh! All right, that's
Done.
3 successes. I toss away the lantern and
Well, no, you're good. You don't drop a light source and you don't place fire on your space.
oh, okay. I'm like I learned to control it. I'm spitting the flames around, not damaging locations.
An unearthly sound shudders the estate, leaving your ears ringing. A violent wind begins tearing through the halls. Floors and walls splinter apart, debris flying around you. Each investigator suffers 3 damage. Agility negates.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I'm about to die.
Oh,
1.
oh, 2 successes.
All right, so Preston, you take 1 damage face up. Rita, you said you only got 1 success, so 2 damage
That's
face
right.
up.
Here we go.
Old injuries resolve immediately. Flip up one other. Flip
2
one of the
damage.
face down.
I have my wounds equal my thing now.
All right, well,
Yeah.
resolve them because one of them might get discarded. There's 1 card that discards.
They're both face up.
Okay.
Concussion. Your head feels clouded as if your thoughts swim through a fog. Discard 1 clue, then flip it face down.
Okay.
Next one is only a flesh wound. No additional effect. Flip it face down. But I
Right.
do still have 6.
Correct. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take all of that. You're gonna discard it. So put it over here in that black spot.
Okay.
Whoop. I think you just like shuffled them into the horror deck. Anyway, all right, and you're gonna take the injured condition,
Awesome.
which is
I've always wanted that.
Wounded?
wounded condition. Sorry, this one.
Oh, okay.
So the wounded
Got it.
condition, you cannot perform the move action more than once each round. If you've suffered damage again equal to your health, you're eliminated. If any player ever gets eliminated, we all have 1 round left to win the game.
Oh,
Oh, so I can only move once each round. Okay.
Correct. Okay.
Oh, dear Lord. Help.
Agility 3.
I lost my axe on the floor.
Where's my axe?
I'm gonna spend.
My axe.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my focused condition, so that I can only just take 1 damage, because otherwise I will also be wounded. Okay, my damage is minor injury. I'm 1 away from being injured. Okay, was that everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I spent a clue to reduce my damage to 1 from 2 to 1.
Okay.
And I have a ruptured eardrum, so one fewer to my agility tests.
Oh my God, you have like -1 to everything.
Ah! Ah!
Everything
I can't.
hurts.
Can you hear? What are we do next?
Keep it down.
I think the house is falling apart.
Stay calm. I'm coming.
Okay.
I'll move and interact.
Okay. Let me move myself back. A circle of runes is carved into the wooden floor and adorned with various ritual objects. It was recently used to create a rift, but you think it can be used to reverse it by applying information you've gathered about the ritual or by using your own occult knowledge.
I've got lots of occult knowledge.
Picking out details from the evidence you've gathered, you perform the counter ritual to the best of your ability. Test lore. If you had any evidence, you could use it as clues.
I don't, but I've got lots of lore knowledge and a tome. So I'm going to roll it. I'm going to pull out my tome, unroll it, and say,
Father, save us!
let me see what I can figure out here.
3.
3 successes.
Oh.
You recite the chant and perform the motions. You feel energy shift in the room. The ritual is closer to completion.
The hell does that mean?
That means we need a lot more successes.
I'm coming. Okay.
I'm not sure.
The ritual
What's
to
happening?
close
I think
the
Agatha
portal has
hasn't
been
said in many
started.
years.
Yeah, you can continue.
That's disgusting, young man.
You can continue the ritual by applying information you've gathered or by using your own occult knowledge. Here we go. Test lore. I have 3 evidence cards I can discard if need be.
Holy moly.
Awesome.
Here we go. 1, 2, and I'm discarding the old journal and the photographic evidence. Okay, so that's just gonna toss that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ritual is closer to completion.
Good night. All right, Yorick, kill yourself and do this.
Whom I rely, my lord. Cthulhu Fatagan.
Were you standing in that space?
I already was, so yes, I'm going to start
Perfect.
chanting along
So you
with
can do
them
this
and hope
twice.
it's the best.
All right.
I have 3 lore.
Go on. 1, 2.
And that's 2.
Okay.
All I got. And then I can do another action depending what happens.
The ritual's closer to completion, so do it again.
Ah! That is dead which can eternal
No, Yorick,
line
you
with
see,
strange
I've got a
eons.
lot of experience with this lately. I've been casting a lot of Eldritch spells.
Yeah. One more success. Cthulhu Fatagan.
Closer to completion.
Well then, it's time for me to wander and use my massive 2 lore.
Wisely and slow they stumble and
Come,
run
everyone.
fast.
Join your energy together. Together we can defeat the beast.
1.
Eh,
Do you have a
one.
clue?
I do not have any clues left. No.
All right. Closer to completion.
Oh.
All right.
This is how the Elder Gods work. They're using us. We're somehow actually completing the ritual.
Are you reading this right?
Right.
Batu Barata and N-word.
Rita.
Rita has been struck with debris, like a big, thick piece of timber, and it's broken her leg, and so she hobbles down the hall
Ooh, you're not picking up your stuff?
slowly. No, because if I do, it's not worth having the thing, because it's an action to pick it up, right?
It is an action, yeah.
Yeah. So I can move 3, and then as Rita enters the attic, you like smell her before you see her, and she's just this like She's just covered in all sorts of goo and blood,
She
holding a
smells a lot
dripping
like
whiskey
a Bradford
bottle.
pear tree.
She smells like blood and fish and whiskey.
My goodness.
Rita,
dear.
it's
And an ashtray and
Yeah, and cigarettes. She's like,
oh
and she's
god,
limping,
Rita.
like hobbling on one leg. And she's like, I can help in the next
Look.
round.
Rita, we
It's
don't need
good.
any extra help. You need a shower.
oh, it's good we're all here together for the
The
end.
lights flicker and
all
then go
things.
out. Place darkness in each space in the attic. And
Ah!
the hall end.
That's not good.
Wait,
Ah!
we have a light source still.
Dark.
We
It's
do,
dark.
we do.
Got the light.
Okay, good. We have a light source.
Yes,
Dark-
thank you.
okay, now
I'll hold on
the-
to the light.
Good thing you didn't drop it. Yeah. Okay, so darkness is one of these tokens here. I'm trying to find it. Oh, it's the fire darkness. So just pull them
Got it.
and then flip them over. So you need them. You need one in each space in the attic and in the hall end, which I believe is this tile. Yeah, this tile with the axe on it.
All right.
So what darkness does is you cannot spend clues in a space with darkness unless you have a light source nearby. So I believe it's a light source in the space, not in the tile. I might be wrong though.
It's okay. Stand close to me. We'll all be safe in the light. Darkness. Darkness is full of things.
Yeah, you ignore darkness in a space containing a light source.
Things you don't want to see.
Or a space adjacent containing a light source. So the attic is because William York has a kerosene lantern we can all see.
Things that smell just like Rita?
So because of that, we ignore darkness. So no effect.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
The world around you begins to bleed together with the strange landscape beyond the rift. All over the property, cracks in the very fabric of reality begin letting in inhuman creatures through from the other side. A massive being of indescribable
Of course.
horror passes through. Spawn a star spawn, as indicated.
Oh, no!
Guys,
That is real bad.
I sense something
Nice
awful.
knowing you all.
I don't know anything about anything, but Star Spawn sounds bad.
Oh, that sounds real shitty.
Or awesome.
Yeah, wait till you see this thing.
It's right here.
So tiny.
Oh man.
Okay.
Tentacle face.
The star spawn moves up to one space to be adjacent to as many investigators as possible. So move it over to the.
Okay, it's slow. That's good. Slow's good.
Then it attacks each investigator in its space or an adjacent space, and the adjacency can be counted through walls.
16
investigator.
health.
Yeah, no
Oh,
investigator.
God.
And the star spawn moves one space again, since it didn't attack.
It's supposed to be slow.
Coming closer!
Each investigator must resolve a horror check, but we're not in range of it because we're through the door.
One last chance.
Hurry!
We can do it, guys. We can
Oh
do
dear
it.
God! Who wants to do
I
it?
do have. I
Agatha
have one
first. She's
piece
got
of
the highest
evidence,
lore.
But Agatha has the highest lore, yeah.
Well, you can trade the evidence if you want.
You still
I
have
will
the highest
initiate
lore.
that trade action and then do one lore check. Trade, people.
I think it's. I don't know if
So that
is it
trade
worse
action-
than trade action.
That
Can
trade
I
action,
trade people
Preston just
too?
initiated it, so we can all trade because we're all in the same space.
Can I give clues, or is that stuck with me?
I believe you can give clues, but I will
I
double
don't think
check.
so. I don't think.
I could
So many
really use
clues,
some
I want to
clues.
share them.
Hmm?
I haven't had
No,
any
only
extra clues
possession.
the
No,
whole
you
game.
can't. You cannot change clues.
Well, I'm gonna give my evidence to Agatha because she's
Okay.
most likely to have the chance to.
Thank you,
She's more likely
dearie.
than me.
This is going to be a great service.
Here, I
found this in
the kitchen.
Thank you.
It stinks really bad.
I'll pass the kerosene lantern to see. Does anyone else fight unarmed?
Me.
We all have weapons.
I'm
Dear
out
Father.
of weapons. I dropped mine.
Oh well,
Oh.
I use spells. I'm a shadow
Then-
priest now.
I'll offer it to Preston. Preston, you are the keeper of the light. Keep us all safe from the creeping darkness.
I
It's up
will.
to you.
I will gladly take up that mantle then, and I'll try my lore on this thing. See if my 2 points will help out on this.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Perform the ritual. Test lore.
Bah.
Come on, come on, come on. One success.
One success.
All right, all right.
Closer to completion. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, that's good.
All
How
right.
many
Oh
is that?
no.
I will attempt this. One,
Please,
two,
Agatha.
three, 4, 5. 2. Oh, none of the evidence is useful.
Well, that was.
Well, hold on, because I can maybe go again. Oh, you have completed all of the necessary actions and chants. You speak the eldritch words and complete the counter ritual. Energy surges from the ritual circle, and the rift knits, closed in front of your eyes. An eerie quiet falls over the mansion. It is over.
No!
You finish the incantation and scatter the last of the components across the cult's ritual circle. For a moment, you worry nothing will happen. But then, a sickly green energy leaps from the circle and surrounds the shimmering gateway.
Uh-oh.
As you watch, the ragged edges of the portal knit together, sealing off the other world, leaving no evidence it was ever there. A meteor, the official story says, ironically struck the home of amateur astronomer William Vanderbilt. You alone know the truth. of
Oh, I
what
can't
happened
believe
that
we
night.
lived.
But who could ever believe you?
Surprising.
The end.
Oh
So there you
god.
go.
Wow.
We
That-
all made it.
There's
Nice.
madness.
We all came so
Rita
close to
smells
death and
bad.
madness.
Do we
Well, I
want to
guess it
have like an
depends on-
epilogue moment? Like one sentence epilogue?
One at a time. Start with Yorick. I'm going around the table clockwise.
I shall just leave you with these words. Some are born great, others achieve greatness, and that's what we have done today. I think we should all go out for waffles next.
Waffle
Rita.
sounds quite delicious.
Rita says, "Sure, waffles, but no donuts."
That was a pretty terrible moment. Preston Fairmount, what have you come away with?
Well done, but we broke the whiskey. Let's go recover more.
Here, here.
Father Mateo says, I came looking for answers, and I certainly found some. Maybe not what I was looking for, but I have much to think about. As dark, black, purple flames flicker in his eyes.
And Rita goes to hand back his cross and says, "This saved my life."
Keep it. I don't think I'll need it anymore.
Well, in the background, as you're walking toward the waffle shop, York is going.
Agatha.
Well, dearie, I know you've been through quite a lot, but remember, the unexplainable is an explanation in and of itself. You should take comfort in knowing that you will not know everything.
Whatever that horse shit means.
Get back to your yoga, old woman.
Well then, clearly, we've all done quite well. Thank you all for your endeavors. I would join you for waffles, but I'm afraid it would spike my blood sugar. I think I should go and have a night with my husband and hold him tight.
Father Mateo takes off his priest collar and throws it to the ground.
Rita says, "I should probably have a shower before I eat waffles."
I think we all should.
Scene.
scene. And that was Once Upon a Tabletop.
Yeah.
That was a close one.
Excellent. Yes.
That really was.
And it's funny, I've actually
Amazing.
never seen that ending before.
Cool.
So, awesome. So how do we all feel about Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition?
So
I
fun.
absolutely love this game.
Yeah.
It's my second time playing
yeah.
it, and it was even better this time. So
Yeah, the
Yeah,
roleplay
thoroughly
added
enjoyed
a
it.
fun, Yeah, roleplay added a
Yeah.
fun element too.
absolutely. I want to thank our guests, Scrim and Andy, for joining us. Thank you guys very much, and of course
Thank
to
you.
the chat room for being an awesome third guest of us tonight. It was pretty amazing.
Yes. Yeah, no, this was awesome. And if you want more Lovecraft fix, make sure to check out if you like other board games, card games in this vein. You want to check out Mythos Busters, the podcast about the Arkham Horror card game. That is run by Super Sage, who you've probably seen in chat. His name is Scott, and who also happens to be Scrim's lovely husband.
Yes, thank you very much. And so this was our inaugural episode, of course, for Once Upon a Tabletop, where you got a taste of what we're going to be doing. We're going to do all sorts of games. Next time, which will be next month, we're going to be doing. We've decided on Dead of Winter, right?
Yes, Dead of Winter, the zombie survival horror game set in a blizzardy storm.
As in Wisconsin in April.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So we're going to be playing Dead of Winter, one of my favorite games, and I know Mr. Johnson's is. Last I heard was like, isn't that your favorite board game of all time?
I'm not sure about all time, but it's definitely one of my favorites. At the time where you asked me, I think a couple of years ago at Gen Con, what you should get as far as board games go, like I said, that was my favorite.
Yeah, and it was a great
definitely-
recommendation.
Definitely still earns a spot amongst those. So
Lots of opportunity for us to do getting into character and role playing and everything for Dead of Winter. That's going to be fun, a zombie survival game.
Yes, definitely. So, if you enjoyed it, make sure to let everyone know on social medias, because, make sure to come on down for the next show.
Yeah, this episode will get cut up and thrown onto YouTube for anybody who didn't get a chance to watch it live. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
We're excited about this show.
Absolutely. So we will see you next month, and if the show keeps building traction, I think we might do it more often, so we can bring Mansions of Madness back. I think this is definitely not the last we will see of this board game.
Definitely not. And I'm going to echo that sentiment that you're hinting at there, Oz. That if you really like what we did tonight and you want to see more of it, the best thing you can do is just tell your friends about it. Get them to show up, and just get more and more people to show up. Because if this show takes off, we want to do it more often. We just have to be able to justify doing it more often. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So get people to come and watch live and join in on the fun and because
I think
we
we had
love
a great
doing
turnout for night
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all in chat. We had a wonderful time. And we'll definitely see you for the next one. Dead of Winter
Yep.
next month. Stay tuned. You'll see the schedule closer to the end of the month.
Absolutely.
So from all of us here.
I'm gonna raid Adam Kobol's channel. You guys ready?
Ooh, wait.
Let's
Before
do
you
it.
do,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to also promote all of our other stuff that we do, right? Do you have
Yes,
any
definitely.
plugs?
Let's start with our guests.
Pimp yourselves.
Take a chance to. I love having guests who help us out plug themselves. So let's start with Andy Cohen. I know you've got some projects going on, so tell people about them.
I do. Our company, Broomstick Fighters, is actually playtesting its first role-playing game currently. We just got the website back up and running, so we're going to start getting some things out there. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We are pushing out some stuff, and hopefully some of you will get the chance to sit with us in a private room at Origins and take a look at this.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. And what about you, Scrim? Anything you want to let people know about? You want to plug?
Well, I don't have quite the RPG chops that Andy does, but I
None of
do
us do.
have the privilege of playing bi-weekly in Join the Anarchy with Oz as the GM, where I play Deliverance in Shadowrun Anarchy. She's a mage who I'm just kind of getting to know. We just started our second season, so that's every second Monday. The next Monday we will be on, and then every second Monday after that. It is hella fun, and it's an improv Shadowrun campaign that we get lots of suggestions from the audience, and I see a bunch of familiar names in the chat tonight that come out for lots of games, but a few new people too. So if you want to be part of that, if you love improv and you love Shadowrun or just RPGs in general, it's pretty fabulous.
It really is. I will echo that. It's probably one of the best shows I think we have on the network here, so you should definitely check it out.
Thank you. I'm also the GM of that, so that'll be my plug. So yeah, check us out every other Monday. Actually, this upcoming Monday is going to be our episode 4. And if you want to catch up, you can also check out our episodes on YouTube. So just search for Shadowcasters Network. Join the Anarchy.
Real quick, Mr. Johnson, anything you want to plug?
Well, let's see. I do the Arcology podcast. We have weekly releases of our actual play, which is a very long-running Shadowrun actual play campaign, so lots of fun. With the Shadowcasters Network, we've launched the Shadowrun Missions open beta, which is open to the public, and we got free events you can sign up for. There are a number of events that are still available with plenty of open seats. We're doing sort of a con-style weekend. We're just packing in a bunch of events from April 21st through the 28th. I said weekend. It's more like a week plus a day, whatever. But it's going to be ongoing throughout the year after that. So while you're waiting for your chance to get a chance to play the Neo Tokyo missions, which will be launching at Origins and Gen Con this year, why not get a chance to fill out your entire Season 5, 6, 7, and 8 experience by playing missions online wherever you happen to live, and without having to worry about the lodging or con badges or anything. So right now, everything's free, and you can just get a chance to play on there. Just go to shadowcasters.network, create a login. There's some instructions, and let us know about your experience because it's in beta, and we have no idea. Well, we have some idea, slight idea what we're doing, but we would love to hear your ideas about how we could do it better.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll echo that about Shadowrun Missions Online. It's one of our big things that we're really excited about, and you can help us out a ton by getting on there, signing up, and playing. It's no small thing. It's Shadowrun Missions all year. You can create a character or play a character on our online venue, and that character and all their progress can carry on to missions that you would play in any other venue at your local game shop, at Origins or Gen Con or anything like that. So
Yes. All right, so that's all of us. Oh, and also I'm on the Anarchology podcast. Oh, I just wanted to mention that because I like being on that.
Oh, hey, there's one last thing we have to do.
Flip the
yes.
table.
Are you ready?
Flip the table.
Flip the table.
Flip the table.
I was too weak. Oh no.
All right, flipping the table.
roll
Here
the
we go.
one.
1, 2, go!
I take that and Stupid Mansion and Star Spawn and
It really is an epic table flip. It's just
Amazing. Everything's just falling into nothingness.
Yeah.
It's raining Cthulhian monsters upon my head.
Seriously.
Cthulhu keeps raining on my head.
That's fun. All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this raid. So click on it and go check out Adam Coble.
Yes.
don't click on it.
Yeah.
It'll take you long, I think, actually.
Yeah, or don't. It'll just
Don't click the leave button. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Love you.
Bye. This was so much fun.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Always question everything. The discerning eye.
I need a shower.
I have no spur to break the sides of intent, but only faulting ambition.